Creativity is a receptive experience, not an active experience. Having an idea or writing a song, you listen for a song. You pick up the guitar, you strum it for a little bit, and you kind of listen and you empty, and then you start hearing tune, and you start trying to hum it and kind of write down what you heard. But it's a listening and a receiving a song. It's not a thinking up and a doing. And I think the same is true like when you're with a really close friend of yours and they're having a really hard time. When you're truly empty and truly listening to them and receiving them, some brilliant wisdom and insight will come out of your mouth for them that you could never have thought up. And actually you're learning it yourself as the natural wisdom arises out of you to offer to them. Often it's news to you too. And that's an amazing thing. Again, the body's innate intelligence, when we empty and we listen, the great stuff will arise, which will be far better than anything we could ever think up with our front mind. How is it for us sitting with somebody else's pain? And I wanted to ask you if that is a problem or a big challenge for you, to be able to actually be with someone else's pain and allow them their pain without quickly rushing in to stop their pain or fix their pain or change their experience or give them your version. That if we can't be empty in those moments when a client comes in with pain and allow that pain to sit in a space of stillness and have some patience with it, and let that, if we're totally focused on getting rid of the pain, easing the pain, stopping the pain, and not focused on letting the pain educate us, embracing and listening to what it maybe has to offer, I wonder if that could be standing in our way. When you have a phone that's all tangled up, and you hold it up like that and you let the weight of the phone go, it just kind of undoes itself. And that makes me feel really excited about the body's innate intelligence. That the body has, Deepak Chopra once did this talk, and he talked about the body being an exquisite pharmacy. He said all day long, your body has this unbelievable intelligence that it's diagnosing things in your body that are wrong, that you'll never know about. It's actually making drugs. It creates different secretions and stuff and actually creates chemicals and makes drugs for you. Then it administers them in the perfect quantities throughout the day. He says it's like an exquisite pharmacy, and that totally blew my mind. Wow. And then I began to learn as we explore the things we've been talking about today, that actually the emotional body has an intelligence. That particularly when we put ourselves into motion, we are trying to heal ourselves emotionally. We seem to be setting up experiences where we can be faced with something really difficult. And this is what I'm learning, is that whether I'm facing the humiliation of my fear around in Spain, or whether I'm experiencing jealousy, or whether... These are all things which are showing me where I'm actually quite stuck. And if I don't do the knee-jerk escape, call someone, go online, whatever, not just leave whatever experience is going on. That is, going to be what I'm going to do. But I'm being invited more and more to actually drop into, just stop a minute, have just a moment of stillness and actually really feel what is going on here. And it doesn't take very, very long for that to start changing and talking and being interesting. The guy lying on the psychiatrist's couch, when he lies there and he just starts talking about his life, the body's innate intelligence is throwing up to the front mind different memories, different things to talk about. And the phone is just all by itself untangling itself. If we can dare to give ourselves a little bit of a moment of space. Something I noticed as I was walking around London recently, between sobbing. I was on the underground listening to my iPod, and I was thinking about my predicament right now, and I suddenly noticed that depending on what piece of music was on really made a difference to how I was looking at what was going on for me. So I might listen to one really sad bit of music and I was like, my heart was getting heavier, and it's very physical, emotional pain, pressure on the chest, gaping solar plexus. And I'm sort of, just unconsciously going into the tragedy of what's going on. Then another piece of music came on. It might have been The Clash, can't remember. Something really rocking. And I kind of just felt a bit heroic and male and kind of empowered. There is some sort of a choice about how I cast myself in this drama. Am I going to look at myself as this heroic person facing up these incredible challenges and being victorious and strong? Or am I going to look at myself as this tragic, small, humiliated figure who feels anxious about seeing his children? There is a little choice in that. There's a discipline that is possible for me to choose to look at it a certain way. You all turn up to work every day, and you have to kind of look confident. And you have to kind of look like a winner. You have to look clean. You have to look like, everything's okay, even when it isn't. And the actual truth is that every single person in this room is totally fucking mad. And if the person sitting next to you really knew what went on inside your head, you'd all be fired. Your practices would be over. If your clients really knew how nuts you are, you've got to put on this sort of, David Bolton does it brilliantly. You've got to put on this kind of suave panache of sort of, grounded, eye of the storm stuff. But you're all nuts. It's okay. I am, you are. And it's wonderful to create a space where we can all just have one breath together and just go, just reside in that truth. It's okay to let the madness be true, just for a minute.